Hello, welcome to the Funko Illuminati. My name is Sean, and this is episode 21 of Pop Talk. It's basically what I do on my lunch break. On days that I'm working, I usually get like a 45-minute lunch break. So what we do is people come on if they want to come on. If not, it's cool too. And we basically just go through, see what's happening in the world of Funko, talk about things that interest us. Sometimes the discussions wander from pop-related things, but that's cool. Just here to have fun. So let's take a look here and see what we got. Right. So normally what I do is I look up this Funko just to see if there's anything of interest. I heard too that the Funko shops are going to be start opening up, and that means more people should be able to get some of the stuff that they were wanting, especially that Kraken, because I know that was pretty popular, along with the Johnny Bravo and Dexter 2-pack. Hey, Funko Popcast, welcome. Thank you for coming out. So just basically on my lunch break right now, just taking a look at. Oh, hey, Dr. Poppenstein, welcome, man, welcome. Nothing much. Had a later day, started at 11, so lunch is at 3, and I'll be hopefully out of here by 8 o'clock. Hey, Jason Pops, welcome. I was just brushing against the actually. Real quick question. There's only 3 of us, including myself. Anybody here get the Care Bear that was at the Funko shop today? I saw it and thought, oh, hey, Lisa Noble, welcome. I saw it and thought it was interesting, not necessarily something I would want per se. Actually, I think the thing I would want, I was joking with the gentleman who does the parody Funkos. I said, I'd like to see Intensive Care Bear, and he actually he did something. Actually, I could probably show it. Hold on, I'm not gonna show you guys the magic of my Facebook, but I can find. Actually, no, the picture should be in my images because I take screenshots of things. Here we are. All right, 1 second here. So this is what I was going to show. So yeah, I made the comment, and then he sent this to me in a few minutes afterwards, because I was joking that I would want the Intensive Care Bears instead of Care Bear. And the track going. So Mike will not be with us today. Apparently, he is going magnet fishing. Sounds like fun. Personally, I would never try that here in the Hamilton Harbor, considering the fact that all the factories that are by the harbor are all steel factories, so chances are I'd be pulling up slag for days to come. However, so let's take a look here, shall we? So yeah, the Care Bears are interesting. Yeah, I don't particularly have them. Not my thing. Care Bears are kind of on the verge of, like, for instance, the Care Bears, Hello Kitty, things like that. Not something that catches my interest. However, oh yeah, here it is. So yeah, apparently the Funko shop headquarters is going to be opening back up, which means that they're going to be having some exclusives, which I think is kind of cool. If I know that some people wanted that Kraken, that's for sure. So at least they'll be able to get that, which I think is pretty cool. The other thing too is looking at some of these too, and hold on, let's take a look at some of these images here. So we got Kool-Aid, Dragon Ball, some Amazon exclusives. What was that? Oh, okay, one of the Tiki ones, not something of interest. Yeah, for 40 bucks for that pop? Really? I gotta see this now. Holy. Oh, 30% capacity, that's reasonable, but holy, 40 bucks, man. Whew. Yeah, no, not my thing, no. Beta Ray Bill. Most of these pops here that they're showing are ones that we've been able to get already. So, the only ones that are going to be difficult to get are Dexter, the Kraken, Skeletor, I think, sold out as well. I mean, that's pretty well. That honestly, the only thing I would like to have the Kraken, just because I happen to like Greek mythology. I like the story of Odysseus and his travels, but um, probably going over a few people. But overall, it's not necessarily something that, you know, LJ, you, me, and everybody else. It's funny. I know that they opened, they opened one in California. There's one in Seattle. You think they would do one on the East Coast? I don't know. Mm. Oh, that's not bad actually. Trying a new one. It's apparently mango, but yeah. I don't. I mean, I still can't believe that was $40 though, man. That's insane. Oh well, I'm sure there's somebody out there that got it because I know a few people that, especially here in my area, that are Care Bears fans. I think traveling. I think they need a traveling pop. Well, actually, LJ, they had something similar to a traveling pop shop. It was that Amazon truck thing, and the only thing they had was like the Rick and Morty exclusive that was last summer. That was traveling around all over the place. I think the closest it came here was I think Chicago was the closest. You buy that Care Bear, you know you love it, you like it, you love Frozen. Wow, Fritzy, that hurts, man. That really hurts. By the way, just for the record, if anybody wants Fritzy to be happy and feel his life full of glee and happiness, he would love it if you would send him some Naruto pops or oh, actually, Fritzy, good news. There is a place just around the corner from here called Cosplay for the Win. They are going out of business and they have boxes and boxes of Dragon Ball Z and BTS pops. I'm thinking I might be able to get them pennies on the dollar, and I'll make sure you get them, buddy, because I don't want you to miss out on such a great deal. Hey, Mitchell, family reality TV show. How you guys doing? Um, but yeah, Fritzy, I'll make sure you get those BTS and actually I can show you what they're offering. Give me 1 second here, because here's the funny thing. I'm known in my personal group of friends, like friends from college and friends from my childhood. I'm known as the guy who collects Funko. So anytime a store is going out of business or something's happening, uh, I always get these random texts from different people. Now, BTS is my favorite K-pop for the win. I don't know. They're not. Oh, let's see. Cosplay for the win. There we are. Here we are. So yeah, here's what they're selling. I'll pull it up now. So whoops. This is their site. Um, they're about a 10-minute walk from my place. So I mean, we have basically all you see here, and I know they got a majority of the BTS pops. Rick and Morty. The Peridot is worth a bit. However, I already have one, and I don't need a second one. So, and then of course, and then they just have a lot of these different things here, which majority of them are about 80% off right now. So, um, based on the sticker price. So, I mean, if somebody sees something here that they like, I'd be more than willing. There you go, Fritzy. We'll get you this, buddy. You can show off those nice legs that you've been pedaling for. GI Joe 24-hour YouTube. Yeah, I've watched that, and there was a few others too. I can't remember now. There's something else. Actually, you know what? Chasing Pop's the one. Yeah, I felt that way this morning. Actually, when I got up early to walk down to the post office to pick up a package, I was not wanting to go down. But yeah, I mean that's pretty well it. And then apparently these anime mystery boxes, which I have no clue what they're about. And then anime pillows. Come on, Fritz. You know you want one of these, buddy. But yeah, that's pretty well it. I mean, definitely not my need me a nice red blouse. You going for that raise, man? Good for you, buddy. Remember, always, bite the lips, get them nasty and pouty. That's just the actually I would want it. You see, the problem is, and I don't know, maybe it's just the way childhood memory is. One second, I apologize. Oh, sorry, allergies. I watched recently all of Thundercats. Wow, Fritzy. That's hey, you know what? I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. Whatever you do to make ends meet, that's your business. As long as it won't take your political career 5 years down the road. I watched Thundercats recently, and as I was alluding to, maybe it's childhood memory, maybe it's just the way things are, but that show is not the way I remember it. Definitely different. It's not. I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't realize how much Lino was a whiny little bitch for like the first 6 episodes. Uh, but overall, not bad. Not a bad show. What I really would like to see, and if I could ever get my hands on, was, do you guys remember that show Mask? Not the Jim Carrey Mask cartoon, but Mask. It's like mobile. Maybe I can find it. It's like mobile something. I forget now. I've been wanting to find that show and watch it. M-A. C-M-A. Here we are, Mask. So they were known as, oh, of course. There we are. So, wow. Apparently, it wasn't my political career will end much the same as Bill Clinton's. I did not have sexual relations with that. You know the rest. And your wife giving you stink eye for the rest of your life in every photo you're in. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to live with that. Here we are. So yeah, apparently MASK was an acronym, which I'm trying to find out. Of course. Oh yeah, Mobile Armor Strike Commandos. Commando with a K. And then there was Venom, which was the acronym for Vicious Evil Network of Mayhem. Okay, a little bit of a stretch, but all right. And apparently, I thought it was, oh, well, it lasted 2 seasons. Well, then, I guess I need to find season 1 and season 2. Oh, wow. That is 65 episodes. Huh. Well, Lord knows. Also, I want to point. Oh, I remember Silverhawks. Especially the intro music. Exactly. And I can't even see her doing it. Even on my lunch break, my boss is still messaging me. So Silverhawks was good. I don't know. See, the problem with it is that the difference between your Netflix and ours is very subtle on a lot of things, so it's hard to say. Mind you, I do have NordVPN, so maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Let's be honest, man. That cartoon, even when it was on, it was probably, I'm sure everyone here has tried to go back and watch some of their cartoons from their childhood and think, dear God, it was horrible. Really? That was your best. That was your best, Fritzy. Wow, man. I'm not even hurt. Well, you know what? I know it'll make me feel better. Looking at my Blaine's Charizard first edition in mint. That'll make me feel better. That'll make me feel really good, buddy. How much time have we burned already? Okay, still got a few more minutes. If anybody wants to come on, you're more than welcome. Just shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll stop taunting you, please. I've been seeing the stuff you've been posting lately. I wish I knew where my Ancient Mew went, because I remember I had 2 of those at one point. I also had the foil Celebi as well, and I'd like to know where that went too. But okay, cool. But I was also going to say too that what was the? Oh man, I am so tired right now. To be honest with you, I got next to no sleep last night. Well, that was the other thing too. So I thought this particular, I'm gonna show it in just a second. There we are. I thought this particular pop was going to be an exclusive, but apparently it's being offered everywhere right now, which is a little interesting. Not, it's not horrible. It's not horrible, but I'm surprised. I'd like to join the live stream because mass confusion is my passion. All right, I'll send you a 1 second. So I don't think you guys want to see all the private talk that Fritzy and I have. It's there we are. So did I, but it's coming. It's not that I would. I shouldn't say. Pop in a Box is not a horrible. Oh, I see. Okay, I was gonna send you an invite. Well, I'll still send it to you regardless, because I'm too lazy to delete there. But yeah, it is available on Pop in a Box, which I was going to say I'm not a huge I will say a huge fan of Pop in a Box. However, I mean, if it's it is what it is when it comes to them. I will say that I've had good good things from them, but more often than not, it's if you're buying one pop, they're just going to put it in a skin tight box and ship it out, and if it gets there in one piece, it gets there in one piece, and that's my problem with that is that when it comes to this particular these line, when I buy these anything for my collection, I like to have it in somewhat relatively decent. Ah, here it is. Okay, found it. I actually that's actually a really good question. So yeah, here it is. So $60 Canadian. Uh, I have not bought it yet. I might, but I don't think I'll get it from these guys. That's for sure. Um, I have no clue, Fritzy. I mean, let's be honest. We have what more versions of Mando than we probably care to have, as well as we have every possible gesture, emotion, posturing of the child that you could possibly want or have. I mean, quite frankly, I'm surprised that they haven't done I don't know. There's just so much at this point. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for when Halloween comes around and we start getting the the sexy versions of costumes. If we'll end up getting the sexy version of the Mandalorian child, there's something to see. Ugh. Just wrong, so wrong. Yeah, that is true. Chasing Pops, they did drop 2 10-inch Skeletors within the same week. But keep in mind, I mean, don't forget, they're also dropped. Now, I'm grateful for it because I like Ratfink, but I mean, there's 4 versions of Ratfink, which, when you think about it, considering the first 3 are pretty cheap on the aftermarket, I'm surprised they even went as far as doing another version of a Ratfink, but they did. So, I mean, I guess I don't know. You see, when it comes to the Mandalorian, everyone likes it. So I guess they're just going to keep pumping it until eventually people stop. Yeah, I personally didn't buy any of them. I didn't see any that caught my interest or anything that I'll collect the Mandalorians that I like. I mean, right now as it is, I've noticed at least, and this is not just with Mandalorian or Skeletor or Masters of the Universe or any other pop for that matter, but I've noticed that there seems to be a lot more incidences of fakes coming out into the market, and it's Yeah. Yeah, I have all three Rat Finks now. Actually, all four because thanks to Funko Dad, I was able to get the last one. But you see, Rat Fink has more of a personal thing for me. Uh, I used to like drawing. I used to be really good at drawing, and but my kind of drawings were like the Rat Fink style. And so Rat Fink was the first thing I ever drew, and it was one of the magazines that I had a Hot Rod magazine and it had him in it, and I thought it was great. And so at this point, I think that's great, but let's be honest, there's not a lot of market for that. It's Funko they keep producing, even if people don't want it. I have a project car up on Red. Nice. Yeah. Well, I was going to point out too. I've noticed a lot lately. Fake pops, like an insane amount of them. Actually, I think I got a great example of that. I was joking around a while back with some people about. I saw, you know how YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, how Facebook will occasionally go, "Hey, so I saw you looking at this, thought you might like it," and it usually, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a family relative that doesn't understand your hobby, so they think they're doing you good by buying you something, and it turns out that it's fake, but you don't have the heart to tell them. This would be one of them, and I can't seem to find it right now, probably because I deleted it. But there was, and I'm sure some of you have already seen it already. It's the what do you call it? Michael Jackson set for like $25. Yeah, Chrome Vegeta Jack stand comes to your local Lowe's. Please be seeing it at your local convenience store. You can usually get that with a carton of cigarettes. But yeah, I mean, I saw that. I saw Leonidas from 300s. I haven't seen the usual suspects that I was seeing a lot of, like the uh, what do you call it? The Pennywise, Freddy Pennywise, the glow in the dark Billy from Saw, Vegeta. But mind you, that one's been hell. Even here, we had somebody, uh, local collector. Well, not collector anymore, more like collector in hiding. But he sold to a store, knowing that. Well, sorry, his words were exact. I suspected, but I didn't really bother looking into it. Sold it to a store. The store got it. A friend of mine who's got a better eye than I do went in and said, "Hey, that doesn't look right." And he looked it over and he proved that yes, this was fake. So this caused a whole big problem within our local collector community. And the short version to a long story is this person has left every collector group within the surrounding area, and now you don't see or hear anything from this person. Hey, Candyman, welcome. Thank you for coming out. Does anyone know exactly when the Bloody Ava goes out? Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm curious too as to that. I have a feeling fake, just like low carb beer. Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to when that will be out too. My thoughts and feelings will most likely be it will be out maybe near the end of summer, beginning of fall. That's my honest thought on the subject, just because we really haven't. Yeah, I mentioned this in a video before. I get the feeling that anything that's going to be coming out soon, pop wise, at least for the next, I'd say 9 months, maybe 10 months, are all going to be what I call safe bet productions. Means that they're going to go with stuff that works, stuff that sells, stuff that people like, which means obviously the good old go-to anime, which means we'll probably get more Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and My Hero Academia. From the science fiction realm, we'll probably get more Nightmare Before Christmas. Anything from Disney always sells, and then probably in our comic lines, we'll get probably another 30,000 Deadpools, followed by in the DC world, it'll be another 20 Batmans. And I just get the feeling like we'll get the odd occasional set that will come out that'll catch our eye and be really unique and new and something we never thought about ever happening. But I get the feeling a lot of stuff in the next little while is going to be a lot of what I call safe bet sales, because I don't know. in my mind, too much stuff has been canceled, at least that I'd like. But I get it, and I get the reason why. Um, I'll be happy at least if I get my Back to the Future line. So far, I've been pretty lucky on getting a lot of the stuff I wanted. In fact, one of the sets that I wanted to get that got pushed back until next year was the Boys. So all that stuff's not going to be available until sometime middle of next year. And the new Ghostbusters movie, I'm sure, was going to have a bunch of pops, which means that won't be out until probably. Well, that movie's been pushed. It was supposed to be released this month or next month, and now it's been pushed all the way to March of next year. Which really sucks. Mind you, for those who have Disney Plus, Artemis Fowl is now playing at your local Disney Plus channel. So please sit back, relax, turn off your phones, and enjoy. But yeah, that's pretty well it. I mean, I can't think of anything else. Halloweenish, yeah. I agree. It does look like Halloweenish pops. I will agree in that respect. Mind you, I've noticed that the Futura line is really picking up, which is kind of cool. I like the fact that they're doing more with it. I saw the Bugs Bunny. That was interesting. I get why they went the way that they went. Kind of reminded me of I don't know. Someone. I want a second wave of G.I. Joe pops. Yeah, I'm thinking that too, actually. Now that I think about it, because I haven't. And you know what the funny part was? That Destro was so. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it. Even here, I remember seeing the Destro on the Toys R Us shelves here. And that Destro, I think, if I remember correctly, ended up in this, like the $2.99 section because it had sat for so long that they wanted to get rid of it, which I get the reason why. It's, it is interesting to say, but I'd like to see more G.I. Joe, but I don't think it's going to happen, at least considering how it went for the New York Comic Con. Mind you, the SDCC this year is going to be interesting, considering that it's going to be all virtual, which, I mean, interesting. At least this way they won't have to design swag bags for their guests. That's always a good thing. Although it's going to suck for, I don't know. You see, this was supposed to be the year that I was going to be being able to go out and go to different conventions and do things, because I spent about a year and a half with a medical problem that prevented me from going out into the world, at least for long periods of time. So at least, and this was the year I was supposed to be doing a bunch of conventions, but we don't agreed Candyman, I agree. But unfortunately, and this was the year I was going to do a bunch of conventions, do a bunch of videos about them, and yeah. In fact, I was supposed to have a video out this week. Unfortunately, my hard drive crashed, so I actually lost 2 videos that I have to redo, which means I have to put some time aside for that. I'll still be able to do my shoutouts and announcements, because those always get done the day of, but right now I have to refilm that video and possibly another one, so 3 videos in one day, which shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it means I just have to get on editing. The one thing I was afraid of, though, is that I lost my intro that you see on my new videos now, because that took me a week to do. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'd be able to do it again, at least the way I did, because a lot of it was kind of what I call happy accidents. But hopefully that won't happen again. I'm going to be getting, I am going to be getting an external drive. I just got to put the funds together for that. And then I can just, anytime I do a video, it'll go to the hard drive and go to the external. Yeah, it does. It does a little bit Aztec, but I mean, it could be worse. Knock on simulated wood, could be definitely worse. But I'm glad that that's not the case, because I mean, overall, I can say within this community, I have been lucky and blessed to meet a lot of you people, and I try to help out as much as I can when it comes to people. But overall, yeah, well, that's because unfortunately, Chasing Pops, they released the entire cast. No, well, I mean, let's see. We've had everything from pandemic to killer bees. Sorry, killer hornets or whatever giant. Doesn't matter. The point is, if it's bigger than my thumb and it stings, I don't want to see it. And then the unfortunate incident that happened. That poor man. The riots that are currently happening. That's disheartening. But I'm hoping that the lower you go, the greater the highs. So hopefully, this year is the beginning of it, and the middle of it's not so good. But hopefully, the end will be decent. Or we, but anyways, I'm not I don't want to dwell on that. But I'm definitely hoping that this at least the end of this year will be pretty decent. No, that's just it, Candyman. I didn't actually have to because you see, I was smart. I uploaded my intro to YouTube, and YouTube allows you to re-download your videos. So I was able to save my intro, which I was incredibly grateful for because let's just take a look here. So I'm gonna dissect this just real quick if I can do it because I got plenty of time. So add stream. Okay, so here's the video. So I'll stop right there. So there's different elements here, and I'll explain. Each element is layered. So for instance, the text, the way the text scrolls open across everything, that's one animation. Then the next animation of, oops, sorry, 1 second here. The next animation of the lightning, that's transposed behind the text itself. So so I had to do the animation for the lettering first, and then I had to get the animation for the lightning. Yep, you're back like a case of syphilis. We missed you. So you take those two animations and you layer them, and that's how I got the lightning and the wording done. And then as for my logo, that's actually Yoj designed that. And then I used a different video, except I did the video over the logo. That's why it's actually a fog effect. That's why it keeps fading in and out until eventually it just pops into place. So you do these two separate elements together, and then you have to combine them again. So it's all these little tiny elements that you're layering on top of each other. And every time you do a new layer, like a new layer element, you have to render it. So each one of these things is a different render before it gets rendered as one big whole. That's why I was afraid that if I actually had to redo this again, it would be a pain in the backside to do, because I would have to try to it would take me it took me the better part of a week, because the program I use is called Filmora 9. Yoj Collectible actually recommended it to me, and it's a great piece of software. But the problem is that my expertise is hardware engineering and a little bit of software, so I was not familiar with video editing. So this actually took a lot more time than I was expecting. So I don't want to have to do it again. Anyways, so that's so should hopefully have some videos coming in the future. Because literally I've gone 2 weeks without a new video. It's been mostly just live streams, which I'm grateful for you guys coming out for, but I kind of like to get content out. I know that some YouTubers have, I would say, gone on hiatus, which is to be expected. I mean, let's be honest. Not a lot of us are going to be able to get stuff or the motivation, and I can certainly appreciate that. Anyways, I think I've rambled long enough. I need to get back to work, unfortunately. So I'm gonna call it quits. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I want to take the time to thank all the people that matter. I want to thank Funko Popcast, Dr. Poppenstein, Chasing Pops, Lisa Noble, Tats, along with LJ the Geek. Who else? Chasing Pops we already did. Mitch Reality TV show, and Fritzy Funko as well. Thank you for coming out. And I almost forgot Aztec Patterns. Thank you too as well. I appreciate that. Fillmore is confusing as 9 is hell. Yes. It's not confusing. It's just you have to have a good sense of, I guess, timing. That's the hard part. Anyways, you guys take care. I want to thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you have a great weekend and featured guest Fritzy Funko. Yes, and remember, we're going to be doing the draw this week for Fritzy Funko. If you win, you'll get to enjoy a romantic evening at the local Olive Garden with Fritzy Funko while you watch him eat all the breadsticks he possibly can. Anyways, you guys take care. Thank you for coming out and enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Bye now.